You are generous because you are made in the image of a generous God. You're made in the image of a generous God, and not only that, but you were saved by a generous Savior who gave himself to you, and you're following him in his example, but also with his Spirit who lives in you to actually give you his generosity, right? So you are generous. And this other principle is this, it's called abundance. And Ryan was talking a little bit about this idea of abundance when he's kind of talking about the thing with his mom as he was leading in worship. And this is such an important principle because this is the nature of God and this is the nature of creation. This is the world he's created. He created a world with abundance. He created a world that self-perpetuates by that same kind of self-giving, self-sacrificing. Like a seed gets planted. So let's see on this little thing, these things go like this. You know, a seed gets planted into the ground, it grows into a plant which makes fruit, and seeds come from the fruit to get planted in the ground. You know, it's that cycle of abundance that works in the same way that God is. That's how nature works. And so Paul's going to bring in all of these images from, you know, planting, like reaping and sowing and how that works. It's the same thing with water. I don't know if you've ever noticed the self-giving nature of water. It just sacrificed itself to take away that dryness in my throat. Thank you. But water comes down from heaven and it rains, and then it flows down in rivers downhill to the sea, and then it evaporates and goes back up so that it can rain down again. It's the same principle of abundance of how God perpetuates things and passes on blessing in the earth. It's why you were called, like this series we've just been doing, this Bless series, that God said to Abraham, I'm going to bless you so that you could be a blessing to all the nations of the earth. And then they're going to give praise to God, and they'll be a big, happy family. So you're going to see that blessing for the sake of blessing others so that God is glorified, that's really the cycle of how this same thing works.